Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. I'm going to start off today with a collective reading. I have been getting very strongly while I was preparing for my readings today that you have been back and forth with yourself about something. And I wore my 44 shirt today, which is a number that means something near and dear to me. But when I looked up in my angel number book, it started speaking to, I think, what this message is. You've been arguing with your higher self over something that you know that you should do, or maybe that you've already done, but you just can't put it's hard for you to put all your eggs in this basket or trust that it's been the right move for you. 44 means divine intervention, ask for protection. The angelic realm is around you presently. The angels want you to ask them for help and support with stronger intentions. Lie in meditation today and repeat this mantra. I am ready for divine intervention in my life. You can write that down in the comments if you choose to claim that energy. I am ready for divine intervention in my life. It's this idea of stopping, and it takes a real grown-up. It takes a real brave person to ask for help. And this isn't necessarily, though it can be, and I'm not a doctor, but this isn't necessarily one of those things where I'm getting the feeling where you ask somebody else for help, like a therapist or a coach. Again, I am not a doctor. I'm getting very strongly where it's you identify that you in the 3D are just, and your head is just not getting to where you want to be, which is at peace with this decision. And so you ask your God, the universe, source, your angels, your ancestors, your higher self to intervene. And it's basically the idea of Jesus, take the wheel is what I'm getting. Collective spirit. Yeah, I'm feeling like I was in such an amazing mood all day today. And then right as soon as I started this reading, it feels very heavy hearted. So here we go. Let's pray some protection over this message. Spirit, help me deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative pop up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. So I want to see what is the current energy that you're in right now. What is the energy, Spirit, that the collective is in? Give us an overall energy to work with. I was actually guided to pull quite a few decks for this reading, and these are guardian angel message cards. And for those who've been watching my channel for a while, I used to use these cards a lot, but I don't use them as much. Nothing is by accident. I use these tarot cards a lot. You'll see me use these. The Chariot. So your overall energy, this talks about and I'm getting very heavily, it's like not necessarily being afraid of success. It's fear of the unknown, like in the direction that you're moving in. It's like you're intellectually, that the direction you're moving is more balanced. Maybe even the person that's pulling at your heartstrings right now would be your the yin to your yang, or yang to your yin, with these two horses. They're actually unicorns. So if this resonates as love for you, and then I just heard true love, and now I'm hearing marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. What movie is that? Put that down in the comments. The two completely unique individuals. The idea of you approaching this person or allowing this person in or releasing the restraints that you have around your heart for this person that's either in your energy right now, like in your reality right now, or is just in your energy right now and then will soon present themselves. It's scary. Because you've started to get to understand yourself, get to know yourself, and you realize how much of a gem you are, and how 155 on the clock, as I say that, you've had to go through a lot of change in your reality to get to where you are. And it's like trusting that that person has your best interest at heart and also has gone through the things that they say they've gone through, and it's not just like a facade. So for some of y'all, it's putting yourself out there. Like, for example, you could be like a content creator like I am, or you have a job where you need to speak in front of people, make presentations, or put your art in front of people. It could be like writing or art. And you're afraid of who's going to see it and how they're going to receive it. So I am talking to a collective who has an idea of where to go, has an idea of the direction, is being pushed from some unseeable force to head into that direction. You're being magnetized towards that person or that thing or that place or that job or that experience, but it's almost like you're being drugged towards it. The idea of success in that, or having to go through the day to day to get to success in that, is kind of overbearing. Where do we go, Spirit? 2 more from this deck? Okay, so tell me 2 more cards about this overall energy for me, please. The Empress, yeah, creating something new. And, oh, wow. And the Hierophant. So to start off this reading, and you've seen me shuffle 3 major arcana to start off the reading. Starting something new from scratch, but with all of the wisdom of the past, not the weight of the past. I think the weight of your ego might be what's keeping you from stepping forward, but the wisdom of your past is keeping your head on a swivel while also knowing what you want, like what your overall goal would be in life. That's why I said that you already have your eyes set on something, someone, somewhere. And you're having to, it's like you're going to have to learn new things. New way of being. It makes sense. I mean, this is reading very much new chapter. But these 3 major arcana, so this is a huge life event. 1 more, bottom of the deck. 1 more, bottom of the deck. It's the, it's a Hangman. Wait, it's a Hangman. Oh, you keep going in and out and in and out of confidence in this endeavor. In and out, in and out. You have 1 foot in and 1 foot out of this decision. 1 foot in and 1 foot out of this decision. This is very broad. Because this is a collective medicine? I don't know. This is a collective message. All right, let's see where this message goes. Where is it? Where is this taking us? Because this awakening card, and I'm being drawn, so if I've got 4 major arcana cards here on my table, and only one of them has the moon, up there. And as I'm recording it, it's full moon, blood moon. Right now, the moon is at either 100 or 99%. The eclipse is happening in March. It's the 13th of March. Hold on. Literally, as I say that, it's 22 on the timer, which is High Priestess and then Harmony. You know that this decision, whatever it is going to bring harmony to your life. It's just, you have to. What is the person that does something even when they're scared? That takes courage to do something even when you're scared. That takes bravery. I was just having a conversation yesterday. If it were easy, everybody would do it, and you already know that this decision, whatever it's been weighing on you, you've been going in and out of, it's not easy. But I wouldn't be in front of you giving you this message if it wasn't something that you were meant to do. It was drawn to me. I mean, it was highlighted to me that today is, and what I'm looking at is my clock that has like the time and date on it. And it is March 13th. So 3/13/3/13. And as I look at my book, and I don't want you to think that I am making this up in any way, shape, or form. I feel like sometimes I'm being watched by like one or two people that like to watch me, but they think I'm full of shit. Oh. And I just got confirmation on the timer that that's true. But look at that. What does that say? It says, decide today. 3/13. Decide today. Make a choice to move forward. The decision you've been going back and forth about needs to be decided on. Sorry, guys. I'm getting emotional. This is like really magical. This exchange that we have energetically, the exchange that I have with Source energetically, the exchange that you have every single day, every single waking hour, every single sleeping hour, every hour that you are alive. You are constantly having an exchange with the divine, with Source, with God, with the universe, with your angels, with your ancestors. And I don't think you realize how powerful you are. I know I believe in magic. You want to know why I believe in magic? Not just because I do divination, but I believe in magic because I exist. What is that from? The Last Unicorn? It's an amazing magical thing in order for life to exist. And I exist, and I woke up today. I know it sounds delusional. Let me get back to 3/13. I'm sorry, but I'm also like not sorry at all. All right, 3/13. Decide to say today. Make a choice to move forward. The decision you've been back and forth about needs to be decided on. Your angels are saying that you already know the answer, but also that the non-answer is controlling you. Quietly meditate on what you want your life to look like after this choice has been made. Visualize the freedom you will feel after having it, after making it. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, this hangman he usually ties his leg up to a tree. Now, if anybody, that's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to be in a decision, in indecision. I'm a very decisive person. Thank God. Because my oldest is not decisive at all. And I can see the pain and the anguish on her when she's trying to make a decision. Like if we go to Foot Locker and there's too many shoes to choose from. Or like she's a high schooler, so what she wants to do with her future. I can see the pain and the anguish. She's not quick to decisions. So I can only imagine how hard this indecision has been for you. And Spirit is recognizing that they can feel it in you as well. You're emanating that. I'm just now getting, no matter what decision you make, it's going to be the right decision for you at that time in your life. It's just that one decision is going to give you almost immediate relief, even though I feel like there's like learning momentum forward. like learning how to do that new thing, right? In that new place with that new person. But that's also adventure, and that's fun and challenging in in an enlightening way, right? And then the other way will leave you in the comfort of being in a place where you already know what's coming towards you. So no matter what, and I'm doing one, it's almost like Spirit is saying, one way is the best way for you, and the other way is a way for you. You decide. But staying in the middle, standing at the crossroad and the fork of the road is just, it's not doing you any good. What is this? What is this decision about that the collective is trying to make? What is this decision about that the collective is trying to make, please, Spirit? Hangman again. It's a new perspective. The Hangman again. Hangman twice. It's a new perspective. 12-12 can be significant. 3-3 can be significant. The 3 is the Empress. Again, you've already got the Empress. You know. You know, the Empress card is an action card. You know you need to take action. I'm not making it up. I really feel, see, action. I really do feel like there's one or two of you that think that I'm talking out of the side of my neck. So that's why I say that. You're stuck. And then I get, let's do the time warp again. You're stuck in this cycle. All I have to tell you is that for a person to continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that right there is a definition of insanity. I'm not telling you something you don't know. I'm just reiterating something that your heart already knows, that your soul has been trying to tell you. If you want different in any situation in your life, you have to show up differently. Nobody said to change. Nobody said to change who you are. What that statement actually means is, if you want different, you got to release the baggage that you have. You got to be brave enough to recognize the trauma and the setbacks for what they are and how they impacted you, and grow from that and release that excess weight. If you want your world to be different, you need to create different habits in yourself, different ways of speaking, different ways of connecting. It's not saying to be a different person. It's saying to evolve the person that you are. And if you're in a situation, listen to this. If you're in a situation and it's like no matter what you do, you cannot speak differently the way that you want to. You cannot relax the way that you want to. You cannot love the way that you want to. You cannot just be the way that you want to. That right there is the clue. Remember I said there's one choice. There's a choice. There's two choices. There's three choices. The third choice is to stay stuck. You stay stuck, but I already know it's uncomfortable. But one choice is like Spirit is guiding you, pushing you towards the uncomfortable, but what you know is more abundant, versus the comfortable where you might get triggered a lot, or might make you sad, or might devaluate you, devaluing, lower your self-esteem, your internal value, chronic conditions, so on and so forth. You know, on an intellectual level. All right, let's see. What else? What other messages are there for the collective? 3 of Swords in the reverse. Release the pain. If you need to apologize to somebody else, then maybe this is a call to apologize. And then here goes my nose. Because words are words. I'm really good at words. And I used to talk some mad shit to people. My tongue used to be... I don't know how many times I've said sorry and made the same mistake over and over again. So there you go. Words are words. Actions are actions. But patterns. I posted something about that on my Instagram and on my community page. Patterns is where the key is. Patterns. For those of you who feel drawn to apologize about something, don't even do it if you're not willing to change how you present yourself in these patterns or release yourself from the patterns. Some of you are being called to apologize. Some of you guys are being called to reconcile. Some of you guys are being called to release. Step back. Some of you guys are just being asked to look at things optimistically. Not always be so, woe is me, I'm the victim. This is happening to me and not for me. How come this person always? How come that person always and I don't? This and that and the other. Release that. Ugh. It's gross. Especially if you're an adult. Yuck. Don't be that way. Like, at that point, seek help. At that point, call a counselor or therapist. I know some people don't like the way that I deliver messages because I'm so real. Sometimes, hey, click off if you don't like it. All right, let's keep going. For the collective, what do they need to know about this? Knight of Swords and the upright. Be fearless. Yes. Nah, I don't know if I like that. Because fear is an emotion that can be like a springboard to success. It's okay if you have fear, just don't stay in it, right? But it says bravery. You might be walking down a path that you never thought you would ever have to walk down. Not alone anyways, or not into this new way of doing things anyways, or not with this person anyways, or not without this person anyways. It's not about being argumentative either. Sometimes you get to a point in your life, in your maturity and in your healing, when you no longer need to argue your point, because trust that you've already made your point several million times with certain people. Sometimes it's about articulating yourself in a way to where you get your point across, and then being so at peace with the situation that even if that person or that place has this idea that you're a complete and total jackass, you're like, okay, because guess what? I know I'm not. That's you projecting an idea. But what I already know is that I know myself enough to know that that's not me. And at this point, I have now made peace with the fact that you in this situation is not going to change. So I'm going over there because that's where Spirit says my success is. So I'm giving that a try because I already know what this is going to be. And advocate for your peace. Be your own advocate for peace. And if there's true love out there that you're just on the cusp of saying something about, advocate for you being a beautiful human being who deserves a beautiful human being to love them. Advocate for that. Tell the universe, I'm ready. Come and help me because I can't. Here goes my ear. You tell the universe, listen, come and help me because I seem not to be able to help myself. I deserve love because I am an amazing person. Can you help me get to that point? And those people who are just on the cusp of making a decision about career move. This is saying being ambitious. Be ambitious. You got it. I feel like that's the most of the message. What is it? We're going to pull three more Oracle deck cards, and then we're going to be out of here. Okay, guys? I think most of y'all get the point. A lot of this is stuff you already knew. 4 major arcana recap. 4 major arcana at the very top of the message, and then the Hangman comes out twice. New perspective and trust that you are connected to the divine. I know it's uncomfortable. They say they know it's uncomfortable, but you're never alone. All right, what is it that the collective needs to heal through most to find success and to figure out how to get to a point of Empress power in taking action? Turn it off. Turn it off. Just turn off all of the noise. All the people saying, well, you shouldn't do that because la la la. Shh. Right? No. Turn it off. Allow yourself to be understimulated for just a bit. The card is the boredom card, but it's also the 7 card. It's also the 5 card. The Hierophant card. So allow yourself to be bored just for a bit, meaning turn off your phone, turn off your computer, turn off the TV, and just sit with this and allow, because you've been arguing with your higher self. Your higher self wants to tell you something. So allow your higher self to do that. And the way to do that is to turn off all the noise. Turn off all the get away from the naysayers. If it's your family, if it's your friends, just hush. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. You don't talk. Stop talking. Don't be in this conversation because you want to argue your way out of it. Listen to your higher self. Sit in meditation. Sit in prayer. However you want to call it. Because I think Spirit is really saying, you need to stop talking. Let me talk. Or you can literally go into prayer and you can say, call in whoever it is. You say, God or Jesus or whoever. And you can say, I'm done talking. I'm ready to listen. And then listen. I was starting to look at zodiac signs. Let's see. What healing message do you have for the collective? What healing message do you have for the collective? Forgive. Hold on. You get forgive energy off of this 3 of Swords in the reverse. So it's repetitive here. Forgive. Set yourself free. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-love. Forgive yourself and others. This transformative release will unburden and heal your heart. Again, with the perspective, sometimes to get to a place of looking at things differently, it's like you have to stop pointing fingers. You did this. You didn't do this. Or, woe is me. I did this. I didn't do this. Just stop. If it's a situation where you're dealing with another person, you and this other person were reacting or responding based off of the information that you had at the time. And if you look at those situations and you didn't like how you were showing up, again, it goes back to now you have more information because you've lived more life. What are you going to do? You got to forgive them. You got to forgive yourself for being the way you were being, and then move on, move forward. You got to forgive yourself, forgive them for being the way that they were being, go into an internal healing, and then maybe see if you can approach the situation differently. Are you going to forgive yourself for not doing it when you were in your 20s, and now that you're in your late 30s, early mid 40s, you're like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a try again. I'm going to put money in the bucket for myself. I'm going to invest in myself, because I know I'm talented enough to do this. What parting message do you have for the collective? What parting message do you have for the collective? For those of you who are still here with me, I appreciate you doing so. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can put definitely down in the comments whatever it is from this message that you choose to claim, or how it's resonating with you, or even just where you're watching this message from. I have updated my Stan store, so I'm offering new services, $28 for one question readings via email. And those are very quick return. The mists. I love this job. Career. Connection. The mist. It says, trust your inner compass. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. You're not. A lot of people do this. They say you and your higher self. I think it's because in English we say higher self, so we imagine that higher means up there somewhere, but your higher self is literally you. You and your higher self are literally one. Some people, like when I was a kid, I thought they said that, we had a soul and so on and so forth, and I thought your heart was in your soul, or your soul was in your heart, or something like that. So I always imagined here, the time is 2:22. I always imagined my soul being like somewhere right here in my heart, in my chest space. So that already speaks to me when it says be led from within. Your soul is guiding you to your truth. You know what that is. What is that? Air sign? I'm getting air sign off of this. I also see Taurus on here. Let's see. Oh, Venus is very heavy. Sorry. Scorpio. I want to say fire. So I'm going to go with that. I want to say fire. Because I feel like it's heavy for especially the Aries in my tribe, this message, because we are the leaders, and this whole message is about you taking leadership of your own life. But this doesn't necessarily mean it has to be those zodiac signs. If this resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, allow it to. And sit with the energy. Sit with the energy. Don't, although I will say the book said, make your decision today. Whatever though. You do you, boo. Alright, guys. I hope that this helped in some way, shape, or form. I'll be back to do zodiac readings. Love you guys. Bye.